Good morning from my second day of my 00. Everything's going along great. At this juncture right now, it's 10:13 and I think I could have probably gone back on the trail today. Maybe as like a late start. Feeling really good. All of the aches and pains have definitely subsided. I haven't done any significant walking yet, so I don't know if anything will come out then. But I probably could have been okay going back on the trail today. However, I'm going to feel really good tomorrow, and I actually think staying the entire day is the right thing to do. I just feel like my body battery will be right back up to 100%, and it's just a little extra recovery time for all of those muscles and joints. So I'm happy with my decision, and I'm going to be packing up and heading over to my AIRBNB for the rest of my stay here in Harpers Ferry. My burn, just so you can see it, is doing much better. The blister is just about completely emptied out. It kind of just cracked open earlier this morning and is drained right out. So that is actually not going to be any kind of issue. I might have a little scar for a little while, but I've got so many scars, I really don't care about that. Everything else feels good. I thought that I might just take a little time right now to go through my ditty bag, aka potty bag, aka hygiene bag. I don't think too many people go into depth about this, and I'm not going to get graphic, and I'm not going to, it's not going to be anything you don't want to watch. But I'm just going to show you my little setup and how I take care of some things in this category. And then we are going to pack up. So let's get started. I'm going to just readjust this a little bit so you can see everything. Okay, so I keep everything in this little bag right here. And I keep it in the outside pocket of my backpack so that I can access it quickly in case something comes up. And inside, what I keep in here is just a little pack towel. This is my trowel. It has some serrated lines on here, and I actually really like this trowel better than the Deuce, which I used to use before, because of this little plastic piece up here. It actually makes it a little bit softer on my hands when I'm trying to dig my 6-inch cat hole. So this works really well, much better than the Deuce. And also, if you have one of those plastic bright orange shovels or anything that doesn't have a serration here or a sharp point on the end, you're probably not going to like your trowel very much, and it's going to be a lot of work. This is something you really do need if you do not stay at shelters, because you don't have access to privies every day. When I did the long trail last year, I actually got into a rhythm where I was able to stealth camp every night, and then early in the morning, after I started hiking, I would hit a privy and take care of things there. But things don't always go as planned. So you're gonna need a trowel. And then I am a believer in wet wipes. And this year I started carrying special face wet wipes because I tend to break out from all of the grime, the sweat, and the dirt on the trail. And this has a little bit of like acne treatment in it. So I carry special wipes for my face. And then I have wet wipes that I use for the bathroom services, and also I will use these to clean out my pots and pans and my cup and my spoon, and wipe my hands after I eat lunch, things like that. I just feel a little bit cleaner with wet wipes. And let's see. So also, just to move on from the bathroom part, I pack out all of my soiled wet wipes. It's a PCT thing. I feel like it's really beneficial. I've seen way too much toilet paper on the trail, and wet wipes degrade even slower. So I do my part and I pack out all of my, for the sake of brevity, toilet paper. And I put them in a poop bag, a doggy poop bag, and it's scented, so it helps that a little bit, and it's not clear, so you don't have to look at the stuff, and that's just how I do it. So, and then I've got some sanitizer for after use. And then the rest of my kit that I keep in this little bag has to do with my hygiene and bathroom, my cleaning up at the end of the night. So every night when I get into camp, I will do a little mini bath. And what I'll do is I will fill this bag up with a little bit of water, like maybe half a cup to a cup. And then I add some Dr. Bronner's soap to the water, seal it up, shake it up, and I've got a little bit of a soapy concoction that I then dip this towel into and wipe off with. It's not a super clean bath, and if I am by a stream, I will try to do the initial cleaning off in the stream first and then move away from the stream to deal with the soap stuff. I don't put the soap in the water sources. And then I will also use this towel afterward as a sort of cloth on the ground to set any hot pots on if the hot pot goes inside my tent. And then the next morning, I will try to get to a water source and rinse this out in the water so that all of the dirty water or dirtiness from my cleanup the night before gets removed. And then also I just keep in here a little scooper. It's just the bottom of a smart water bottle that's been cut off. And if I have to get into a pool of water because the source is no longer running, I can just scoop this up and then pour it into my Be-Free filter. And it's a slow process, but it's worked really well. And it also is a little barrier for the sharp edge of this trowel. I keep it inside this when I put it inside the bag. So that's my potty bag, my ditty bag, I guess you would call it. Hope you enjoyed that. So y'all are probably wondering what I'm doing. Why is she hiking? I thought she was taking a 00. So there is 1 mile of trail between where the Quality Inn is and where the AIRBNB is, and just outside of what they refer to as Lower Town. So I'm decided I'm going to do that today just as a little test to see how my body is feeling. And I'm only a couple hundred yards in, and I'm happy to report it's a big thumbs up. I feel good. I surely could have gone out on the trail today but you never know. And you know, you gotta book these things in advance, right? So I'll be in tip-top shape by tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock. There's no question about that. So what I'm doing is I'm taking the Appalachian Trail into Lower Town and then around over to the bridge that leads into Maryland. So tomorrow morning I'll just be able to jump right on the trail at the bridge. And then from there, I'm gonna backtrack by road up to the ATC, the Appalachian Trail Conservation or whatever it is. It's a visitor center. And at that location, you get to do another like sort of halfway check-in. And then the Airbnb that I'm staying at is like right next door to that location. So that's the plan. So I saw this little staircase and I was like, I wonder what's there. And so I decided to check it out. And wouldn't you know, it's another cemetery. The AT just loves its cemeteries, I tell ya. This must be Jefferson Rock. So this is St. John's Episcopal Church, built in 1852. Buckles right there in the red pack walking away. Taz and I met him just outside of the Shenandoah 4 days ago, and he's heading on into Maryland. It's just right across the bridge. I'm not going to go any further today. This is where I'll start up tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock. So I'm going to backtrack now and read a little more of these plaques. He just told me some interesting information about the area that makes it so special. And it is really pretty here. It is quite the little place. just to my left here is the Potomac River coming in, and to my right is the Shenandoah River joining in and converging straight ahead. Here it is, the official book of your photo at the ATC and Harper's Ferry. My friends. Maybe someday I'll catch him again. So I just wanted to show you my Airbnb for tonight. As you can see, directly across the street is the ATC where I got my picture taken. And this is the guest house where my Airbnb is. On the top floor, there are 4 suites. And I am in the Bluebird suite, which I believe is the 2 windows to the right of the fireplace. The entrance is around to the back, but there's this great outdoor seating area. And as I had suspected, I am the only one here tonight. So Mondays are a nice quiet night in Harper's Ferry. This is the Bluebird suite. And this is my room. Typical little refrigerator, coffee area, and the bathroom. It will work perfectly for one night. So I'm just back from dinner. I went to the rabbit hole for dinner and I got this great raw vegetable plate, and then I had a burger. It actually hit the spot. It was perfect. And I got a little bit of ice cream on my way home, or back to my Airbnb. And I'm just wrapping up today's vlog and I will be all caught up, ready to go. I did want to just say that I have been reaching out to Far Out numerous times about the issues I've been having with their app. The app is crashing a ton, and I keep getting, whenever I open the app, if I have toggled on and off from airplane mode, I'll open the app and all it will be is a bunch of waypoints on a blank white page, no map and no red trail line. And this was my 5th time trying to reach out to them, and they actually got back to me this time. They claim that they didn't get any of my other emails, except for one that I sent to them in February, which they quickly and promptly replied to back then. Unfortunately, they don't have a fix for the problem right now. They acknowledged that it is a problem and they are aware of it. and they claim that Apple needs to make an update in order to fix the problem. And Apple put out 2 updates in the last week, and there hasn't been any change. They gave me a couple suggestions for some fixes. So one of them is to not to have any offline maps. So I'm going to give that a try tomorrow and see how that goes. They also suggested that I uninstall and then reinstall the app, which I had already done, oh God, probably 2 months ago, and that didn't do anything. So I'm not too optimistic there, but I'll see how it goes with just using a basic general map, except I really do like to see the contour lines on a topo map. So we'll see how that goes, but I thought that I would just mention that I have been having ongoing problems with Far Out. I don't think I've mentioned it too much because I've just gotten nowhere with the situation, so I've just learned to deal with it. I do have Gaia GPS as a backup, and so I use that whenever the Far Out app gets too frustrating and is just pretty much useless. Fortunately, the waypoints still line up on the page, so you have a general idea of what the next water source is going to be. I really don't need the line to tell me if I'm off trail or on trail. It's a rare occasion when that is necessary. Really, honestly, it's showing the line on a topo map, and so you know whether you're coming up to a flat area that might have potential stealth camping. That's really the big thing for me. That's what I like to see. And my brain just thinks on a map. But I'm hopeful that it's going to get resolved soon and that won't be a problem any longer. Other than that, I am ready to go tomorrow. I am chomping at the bit. I want to get out there. I want to get moving. I want to put in some miles, and I want to get to Pennsylvania. Probably so that I can get through Pennsylvania and over. I am steadfast on settling into a comfortable pace and not pushing too hard and not rushing. I do want to enjoy Maryland just the same. So we'll be back at it tomorrow at 6 a.m. and we'll see you on the trail. Good night, everyone.